Hey guys, how's it going? Chef Dave here. We're at Liliana's and we're doing our Nom 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 kit today. And I'm here with Shinji. Hey.
Hi.
And Shinji owns Muramoto Sushi at Hilldale and is one of my favorite chefs. I've known him for a long time. In fact, I came to Shinji when I was trying to open up Liliana's for some wonderful advice, and I'll never forget. So here we have all the ingredients. They're going to be in this week's Nom 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 kit, including we have this beautiful wild Alaskan coho salmon from Sitka. They were also so kind, they donated some of us to try and help us with this mission. And then, can you tell me a little bit about the two sauces?
This is sesame dressing.
Sesame dressing?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's for Asian food we are serving from the beginning.
And then what's in that?
Huh?
What's in the Asian slaw dressing? What kind of flavors? Is it like ginger and?
No, that's a sesame dressing.
Sesame.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And also the homemade barbecue sauce for the salmon today. I just made it.
Oh, it looks beautiful. It's a heck of a lot better than Casey Masterpiece, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And then, so obviously some of these veggies I know pretty well, right? So, and I think most people do. So you got like your yellow onion and green onion and cabbages and carrot and potatoes and garlic. And then what is this right here?
The beets.
And it's a golden beet, yeah?
Yep.
We got a golden beet there, and then we've got...
It's a beauty hearts radish.
Beauty heart radish.
And I think in the Nom Nom kit, you are going to have the purple radish, but we didn't have it today, so this is just a regular daikon radish. Daikon
radish. And we got, again, that beautiful coho salmon. Sitka's awesome, by the way. If you guys want, they have a great salmon share, and we put some info about that in the box. So we're going to go ahead and chop up some veggies so we can show you guys what it looks like when we put it together. Put them all together. Yep.
Easy, but I don't think everybody has it, so.
Yeah, so if you got a mandolin, use it. Here's what it looks like. If you don't have a mandolin, just get your knife really sharp.
Yeah, and you gotta do this.
And a good rule of thumb is almost like you're cutting on top of where you already cut. So get your knife really sharp, and you just want to cut it as thin as you possibly can. Yep.
for the car.
So the red pepper is not included in the box, but it does. If you have anything red, you can throw in, just give it some bright color, or you can use like a little bit of like julienne carrot if you want it, just to give it a little depth. Just whatever you do, try and keep the same size. That's what the other one is.
In the water for a while.
And the rinsing, what does that do?
That's basically crisp.
It's a crisp,
Yeah,
gotcha.
after you gotta leave it in the water for maybe 15-20 minutes and drain.
Okay.
Kind of washing it too.
Beautiful. Okay, so we've got our slaw set up, and we've got our veggies ready to go.
So
I think we're ready to start kind of cooking. You ready?
Yeah, that's all the diced veggies.
So that had the carrots, the onions, the beets, the thyme.
Pickles, and just a drizzle of olive oil.
Yeah.
That's it.
Of course. Something right up here on the left, the purple bottle.
This one? Okay. And this is the spice mix. There's a salt in it too, so you can just...
So what's in the spice mix?
The mustard, cayenne.
So you heard that, guys. Mustard, cayenne, and shit.
Mustard, cayenne, coriander.
Mustard, cayenne, coriander, salt.
Celery salt.
Celery salt. It looks beautiful.
Like,
it smells great.
7-8 different spices. Yeah,
Really nice.
I can put it in a recipe.
Oh, perfect. We'll put it in the recipe for you guys.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So just a toast with olive oil, spice mix. Oh.
Remember, guys, cursing is mandatory in the kitchen. To not curse is bullshit.
So trying to make everything as easy as possible for any household to cook it.
Beautiful. Gorgeous colors.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Just go into oven. Like 20 minutes, but we'll see.
20 minutes in there. So it's nice and golden. So now,
The salmon.
the salmon. Yes. It really is beautiful, man. You know, I've always been...
Wait. I forgot about the garlic.
Oh, we forgot about the garlic. Oh, shit. I wouldn't have known he messed up because he didn't even curse that time. There was no shit or fuck.
The chocolate. So it's supposed to go to that also veggie too.
Beautiful. Garlic. We've been garlicked. Sweet. Okay.
Time for two.
Did you guys know when you're using a mandolin, just watch your thumbs, man. I know more chefs that have lost fingers on this than anything else in the kitchen.
Yeah.
It's always funny. For chefs, it's never a knife that'll cut you. It's like this and like hands.
Yeah.
So like those are like the #1 and #2 things for like chef injuries.
Yeah. That's so true.
It's so true, man. Beautiful, man. So this is the nice thing about a mandolin is you can get them so thin that they're translucent, and they just look absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful, so that just goes in there and mix that all up. Love the smell of radish. Okay, so here's that beautiful Sitka Alaskan coho salmon. Yeah. All wild caught. It's beautiful. It looks so much better than that shit you get at the grocery store. Beautiful.
So again, this spice mix is gonna be included in the package. You can just sprinkle both sides.
Gorgeous, and you guys will have a couple pieces. You guys will have 2 pieces in there. Each piece should be enough for 2 portions. So you guys will have 2 pieces in your box, and this is what it's going to look like. So you can either cut it ahead of time if you'd like, or you can cut it after. I always think it's easier to cut. And if you guys want, if you don't have a big saute pan like this one, you can feel free to do individual pieces at a time, or and then just keep rinsing out and cleaning your pan in between each one so that the burn doesn't kind of transfer over or make your pan too salty. Beautiful.
So I'm cooking it in a pan today, but if you have a grill outside, you can grill it too.
Yeah, for sure, man. And so, like, for me, I always found, like, I don't know about you, but I'm like a skin eating guy. Like, I love the skin. It's like one of my favorite parts. So make sure that your salmon is descaled, which this is. But just make sure that your salmon's descaled, otherwise it'll be like flossing. And then I love getting a crispy skin, because if you don't sear it right and get it crispy, it ends up just being mushy and gross. So, how about you? Are you a skin guy or no?
Yep.
Yeah. It's also where all the texture comes from, you know, especially with fish. So much of it is just that mushy texture. It's really nice to bring that crisp and crunch back into it. And you don't get that a ton with a lot of seafood because of the moisture content. Beautiful.
So to preheat the pan, cook inside first.
Inside down.
Inside down.
You know, it's always so important. You want presents, whatever side you want to show off. If you really love that crispy skin, you want that in the hottest part of the pan, man. That is beautiful. You can always tell when it's good fish because when you put it in the pan, it doesn't just bleed out water everywhere. And anytime you get that frozen, most of the time when you get salmon, it's not been frozen well, and it just bleeds out water, and they usually put a bunch of water in it to make the weight go up. So one of the things I messed up on the most when I first started cooking fish is I always ended up lifting up my fish over and over again to check and see if it was done. And I kept ruining it time after time after time because it'll lose all that like crispiness, and one side will be more dark brown than the other. So good rule of thumb is you're cooking at home, you can see on the side of the fish the pink starting to rise in the middle of the fish. And when it gets about halfway up pink, that usually means your skin is crispy. You can also, if you want, sometimes, especially like a really good quality, like sashimi grade salmon like this, or some other fish that are good to eat raw, try just searing it on the skin and letting it cook up about halfway, and you kind of get this really awesome kind of half sashimi, half cooked fish. I really like it. And let's, you still get the different textures of fish too, so. Yum. That looks gorgeous.
How to roast the put down a couple minutes.
Beautiful. You know, I think one of the big worries, especially in Wisconsin, people are so used to when you get fish, it's cooked well done. And it's so sad to me, man, because like, you know, don't get me wrong, there's some fish that's good to cook maybe a little more through. But if you got a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cut of fish, don't ruin it. You still want to have some nice pink left in the middle, some nice dark pink.
Barbecue sauce,
Oh, it's really good. Those veggies are coming out good. Yeah. Things nice and golden. Good rule of thumb is also, just like Shinji did, cut that garlic up a little bigger than you might normally do it, and that'll keep it from getting too brown. That's gorgeous. Okay. And then we've got our slaw, yeah?
Yep.
Well, that's finishing up.
So now it's been 15-20 minutes, so we can drain it.
I'm just following around the logo on the back of your shirt. There you go. You got a little.
Okay. Yeah.
That's beautiful. And it really does do a good job of crisping it up. You're right.
Yep.
That's beautiful. Okay, 30% of this video is going to be me showing your logo on the back of your shirt.
So I was thinking we can maybe, you know, put the slaw in one bowl, or you don't want to do too many dishes, you can just make it as a one plate dish too.
It's so pretty, man. I love the colors in it. And then do you dress that?
Just a drizzle.
You drizzle it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just a dressing on top of it.
Okay. So it's more of like a dress over the top, unlike traditional like American slaws where it would be like entrenched in tons of like slaw dressing.
If you do it too ahead of time, now the veggie is all crisp, but because of the dressing, it's gonna kind of mushy too. So
yeah, well I know when you add salt to it, that also, which the dressing has salt, when you do that, it'll kind of pull out the structure of the vegetable and make it less crunchy and crispy too.
That's why I want to drizzle the dressing very last minute.
That's great. Can I tell you something that you may not know about me? My favorite thing to eat in Madison has always been your slaw, like literally this one. I used to just show up and be like, I'll take the slaw. And they'd be like, okay, what else would you like? I'm like, no, it's all good, but I'd like another plate of the slaw, please. It's so damn good.
Thank you.
Patch would always hate me because he'd be there with his knife for like hours at a time, and I'd just be like, I'll take another bowl of it. It's fine. Beautiful. Okay, so we've got those veg in the oven. And what you're really looking for is you're just looking for that beautiful golden all over the place. And if you're wondering, you can just poke one of the potatoes, and if they're a little bit mushy and they're ready to come out, just enough that they'll kind of give a little bit.
Yeah, still kind of raw side. and cook it maybe another 5 minutes.
About 5 more minutes. It is looking really good though.
But in the meantime, salmon is I think almost ready.
Yeah. Oh, salmon looks great. And you can see, if you look on just the side of the fish here, sorry, if you look on the side, you can see there's just a little bit of translucency, and that's exactly what you're looking for. You want to have, there we go. You can see that right there. Just a little bit of translucency there, and that means that your salmon is perfect. You got pink on both sides, so it's still going to have great texture and flavor. Oh, the barbecue sauce smells amazing. You know, I never think barbecue and fish. I don't know why. I've never...
Barbecue shrimp?
Barbecue shrimp. Yeah, well, but that's New Orleans barbecue shrimp. That's like Cajun seasoning and butter. Like, I don't usually think of like barbecue sauce and fish, but man, does that smell good. That's so good. So we've got our veg. And I think for the sake of this show, should we just pull it out and we'll put it on the plate and we'll let them see kind of like what it looks like plated up. Okay guys, so and if you're doing this at home, just make sure you put it in for a couple minutes longer. You just want to make sure that everything is nice and beautiful. Oh God, the smells in here are amazing. Spoon it all for the dressing. So good. Oh, that looks so damn good.
Good?
Yes. Okay, everyone, say thanks to Shinji for coming on out. Hope you guys can come support us. Our Nom 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 kits help support local farms, local restaurants, and just help make really delicious food. I know you guys are bored at home, so instead of just being bored at home, be bored at home while eating something that looks like that. Again, thank you, Shinji, so much. Thank you, Muramoto. You guys are amazing. There you go, guys. Enjoy.